Okay, we're on.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. So let's welcome the guests and with any public comments. So you guests are welcome. Either one of you have, you already got your comments, I guess. Just spectators. Okay. Minutes from the, this is not very good. My glasses keep fogging up with my mask on.
Separated away, so if you want to take.
Is it all right? Are you sure? I mean, they're not gonna.
I don't think there'll be a problem.
You don't give Trump and them a problem.
I say if you're eating or drinking, so just continually eat or drink.
Yeah, just. There you go. That's what we need to do.
That's the way I'm doing it. Just
Well,
see the size of that?
it's probably better when I have this on, y'all don't have to listen to me. So
Yeah,
you can
well, you're
understand it.
distance enough.
Okay, well, the minutes of June 10th, first item of business.
Jim Spear.
Welcome, Mr. Spear. We just called a meeting to order. We're on the approval of the minutes, which is item number 3.
Is Maria on?
Maria was going to join in about 10 minutes late, she said.
Okay.
Maria's not on 2, she's on 3. Okay, the minutes were in your board. Are George and Mike, neither one of them going to participate?
Mike should be here. George had told us that he might cancel his meeting that he had conflict with and be in, but we didn't hear back from him.
Okay,
He
well,
called
Mike
me.
make
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had to go to Del Rio.
Oh, okay. But Mike should be on his way, right, Lisa?
Yes.
Something to do with, when he's peddling the school books and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that, but, okay.
After he retired, somebody hired him and put him to work again.
That's pretty good, yeah.
I didn't know how you wanted to handle the groups after we review the reports. Both groups are here on the presentations.
You want to do that? You tell me how you want to do it. I mean,
Let's do,
let's
well,
do the
you already
minutes.
called the
Yeah,
review.
let's
I make
get
a
it.
motion, the minutes are okay.
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. They are approved. Okay, you want to?
And then we'll go to that item, what is it, Jenny, though, on the sale of property?
It is item 14A.
14A?
Yes.
So that is what group?
14A? That's,
A and B or just
Pacelli,
A?
Valle de
Can I
Colombia.
say something? That's all of my minutes. The National Public Service Board is just a department of the city. And the city charter, they're no more than janitorial department. So you should, I think you should say, City of El Paso Service Board.
Okay, we'll do that, Jim.
Valle de Colombia.
Okay, 14A, is that what you said, Jim?
Yes,
Yes.
14A.
They're the one.
Okay, we may need to put our mask on.
We'll take the first group first.
Welcome, welcome.
Great.
This is number 8, 14A.
You're all yours.
Which one? Which?
May I make a comment on 14B?
Just a minute, Jim. Hold on. This right here. Okay.
Yes. And then this is Mr. Pacelli, right, Jay?
Yes.
He represents,
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
My name is Eugenio Mesta. Most people know me as Pacelli. That's not anything. It's a long story. How my grandmother Stuckman gave me that nickname, but nevertheless, happy to be here. Thank you for receiving us in this quick presentation. I understand that my client had previously made an offer for the purchase of this.
Okay, I can't hear, I'm sorry.
Look, turn up your hearing aid. Okay, see if
I
that's,
need to make a comment also on 13B.
okay, when we get there, all right? We got a gentleman on the floor, so you wait just a minute. Okay, That's our legal attorney, or our attorney. I don't know whether he's legal or not. Maybe he is. I'm not sure. Okay.
Now, what if you talked about his name, I'll doctor Drifters.
I'm not gonna get there.
You go ahead.
Anything I say is gonna be used against me, so
I promise you.
it's just like at home.
Right.
So, I'm sorry? Yeah, you can relate, yeah. Anyways, so our client, my client had made a previous offer, and I just, we had not had an opportunity to present our project. Our client has a piece of property that is surrounded by the irrigation property. We have the lateral plus, how can I point to this?
The middle.
The middle one? Okay. But,
It won't go in, yeah. it won't go
so you
in.
have the lateral here, and then you have an irrigation portion in here. It is approximately 17 acres, and
I can't hear a thing.
I don't know what to tell you, sir.
We'll brief you, Jim.
so anyways, there was a previous owner before that had made an application here for a connection both on Muralla Way and Cristo Viene Drive. And so what we, the client since he was going to do a single family detached development. Since the project never went through and he sold the property to the current owners. For the past 2 years, I've been working with them in the development of this project into a multi-family apartment complex. We went through the city and rezoned the property. And so now it is zoned property, and now all we need to do is get the site plan approved, which was similar to the one that we presented back then. This is the property, and it's 374 units, multifamily units. It has two axes, Muralla Way and Cristo Viene, both of which we need to submit a formal application to build a crossing, a bridge, through the Mesa Drain and to the Juan de Herrera lateral. Those formal applications have not been submitted yet with design, as we are designing the bridges, both here and here, and we have, we're getting to see that the city fire department approves those designs prior to submitting them to you, but we are almost there to come before you for, to get this easement developed for these two bridges. Originally, the main access point to the project was going to be Muralla Way. But since when we worked with the community, they were worried about the traffic. And so we had to do a couple of traffic studies, and we agreed with the community in making this the main entrance, which is on Cristo Viene, which takes you to the street light on Zaragoza. So all of that has been approved now by the city. And the only thing that is pending is the subdivision plat, which we are going to submit once we know we have the designs and we get the application through you for those two crossings along the lateral and the Mesa Drain. Through the process in working with Mr. Reyes, or with Jay Ornelas here from your office, we thought that it was mostly beneficial if instead of making it an easement, and actually it was his recommendation, maybe what we should do is to sell you the lateral and then just and do an exchange with you and give you, because I believe there's only one property that is being served through the lateral, one customer, and so you could serve it through a much shorter piece of property, and so we would do an exchange. We would sell you this so that you can serve from the Mesa Drain into the lateral and serve this property, and then we would then buy you from you the lateral right away. We don't intend to build any more on top of it. It's just a buffer and something that we could do as an amenity for outdoor activities. Now, the thing is, the offer was for the purchase of this, and whatever the same per acre value of the offer was accepted, then that would be in exchange for the same value of what we would sell you, which obviously is a much smaller piece of property than this. This is approximately 3 acres, what we would be buying from you. This would probably not even be half an acre. So the property, we cannot build any more than the 374 units that was approved by the city council. So this layout, this design has been approved, and this is, we already have the construction documents. The only pending item is these 2 crossings. So we have, this bridge is necessary for the fire department, and it would be closed 99.9% of the time, only in case of an emergency vehicle. It would be gated, so this would have a knockbox, but only be used by the fire department. This crossing is only in case of an emergency. Main entrance would be from here, and this one would be open. And so that's what we think, that by maybe doing that exchange, we would have a nicer entrance. We could probably dress it up a little bit more. We don't have to narrow it down to that bridge. Also, there will be some savings in that the need of, or no need of a bridge, since there would not be any water. So that we think that the cost of the bridge would be about the same as the purchase of the land. So anyways, so right now you have the Mesa Drain, the Muralla Way, which is an EMS traffic. This will be closed 99% of the time here. This will be the main entrance, and this is the lateral that you have at this moment. And this is what we propose, is that we buy from you this piece of property, and then we sell you this tract, so that then you can serve this property behind. And this is a much easier way to maintain for you. So we think that this is a win-win for the district as well as for the, and so in summary, this is what we would be purchasing from you, and this is what we would be selling from you. We would probably lose or redesign a little bit so that we would not lose, we think that we would lose about 4 units. So we're waiting for this to happen before we go and just do that.
Let me share the screen real quick, Machete, please.
Sure.
We've got some
Oh
folks.
my gosh.
It's disabled now. Can you enable it?
Do we do it on our end over here?
Go ahead.
Okay, Jeff, we're good.
So that's really since our first offer, there was a second offer submitted on June 20th by Miguel Solórzano, who is the representative, one of the owners of the property. There's several investors. He's one of the major investors, and he made an offer that was submitted to Jay on June 20th, and so we hope that that this is an opportunity that we can negotiate and come to an agreement so that we can, what we think would be a win-win both for the district as well as for us. And in the not having to do a bridge, we would probably, we have a fence. We have a fence that is right here on the project. We will probably move it up and do it on the other side of the lateral, so the property would remain fenced, and then we think that this would be a nice linear run or activity for
I think
residents.
we have a good feel for your project, and we certainly don't have an input or dislike or like or whatever, because that's not our purview, but Jay has done a good job of explaining all of it to us. To address your concerns, it's on the agenda today, but we need to talk about this stuff in closed session, because anytime it does with real property, whatever, it has to be discussed and agreed on in closed session, and we come out and take action, which we will do later on this morning.
We understand, and, you know, I wanted just to have an opportunity so that this is a serious project, it's a serious offer. We want to move forward ASAP. The clients have invested a lot of money on this project,
Obviously.
both on the land and the architecture services. They've already paid.
And we're not here to hold anybody up, but we're in charge of public property, so we have to deal with it under the law and make sure that we're doing it correct and follow the proper procedures, which we are doing, and it has been put on the agenda, like I said, this morning.
And we're willing to sit down and negotiate with, once you make a decision on the purchase and sale of the property.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming in, we appreciate it, and,
I just have a question.
Okay.
You said that you're going to review it under executive session. I'm familiar with that. And would you let us know today, or how would it work?
well, yeah, if we take action on it, or if we don't take action, Jay will let you know.
Okay, so it would be best if I stay for the remainder?
Well, you don't have to, I mean, unless you don't have anything better to do, you can do that, but, I mean, like I say, he can tell you the results.
Okay.
And it won't make any difference whether you're here or not, is what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you for being here.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
I'll touch base with you, but it's the last time on the agenda, so it'll be a while.
Yeah, we moved you guys forward, you're item 14 on the agenda, but for not to waste your time, we moved all of you forward so we could address these
So we
concerns.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And
We have item B, Tanya, got a presentation by, who's going to speak for the,
Puedes interpretarme,
Yeah.
same property?
pero no, mi inglés es corto y prefiero si ella me interpreta.
My English isn't really good, so I prefer that she interprets for me.
Bendigo sus vidas,
Nine well now.
sus familias y su trabajo.
Your families and your job.
Just a minute, Jim.
Somos una comunidad cristiana de aproximadamente 500 familias.
We are a Christian community of approximately 500 families.
Tenemos una escuela privada
We have a private school
de kinder high school.
from kinder to high school.
Tenemos otros proyectos sobre la propiedad,
We have other projects on the property,
como un asilo de ancianos.
like a retirement home.
Y ahora con este problema de pandemia,
And now with this whole pandemic thing,
como siempre estamos distribuyendo comida a la gente en necesidad.
we're always distributing food to people with need.
Queremos trabajar eso como un rancho.
We want to work that land as a farm.
Hemos empezado a adquirir ya equipo agrícola.
We have started acquiring agriculture machines and machinery
Para no solamente entregarle a las familias de la comunidad
to not only give to the community and their families,
despensas como lo hacemos cada semana,
like food drives like we do every week,
sino cultivar producto de la tierra
but we want to cultivate product
que
from the
será
land,
donado a la gente.
and it will be donated to the people.
Entonces tenemos alto interés
So we have a high interest
en quedarnos con esos 3 acres del canal
in staying with the 3 acres of the canal.
por cuestiones de esparcir el riego a la tierra.
Yes, I guess to widen to be able to use the canal as a viable water source for the land.
Y ya pensando un poco exteriormente,
And thinking exteriorly,
pensamos que la calle, esa pequeña calle de Cristo viene,
we think that small street of Cristo Viene
está bastante saturada
is very saturated
con toda la gente de los apartamentos.
with all the people that live in the apartments,
Luego nosotros en constante actividad
and with us being in constant activity,
como para meter
to like add a whole other
un
entrance for
espacio
someone else,
a propiedades
to other properties,
que posiblemente nos sentiríamos afectados.
and possibly we'd be affected by it.
Y pues nosotros siempre estamos pensando en el bien de la comunidad.
So we're always thinking about the betterment of the community.
Y lamento no poder ayudar en esa situación o no verlo de manera muy apropiada.
And I'm sorry that I don't see this situation as an appropriate thing.
Así que les agradecemos mucho
So we thank you, all of
que
you,
se tome la decisión más sabia
that the best decision is made
y apropiada para bien de la
and
comunidad.
appropriate for the good of the community.
Gracias, Dios les bendiga.
Thank you, God bless.
Thank you for your time. Okay, Jim, what did you have to say?
Well, I can't hear anything y'all saying, so I'm probably way out of sync with you. I just was going to point out a couple of things. On the item 13B, where you've got Texas Gas Service Indicated,
We haven't got.
the name of that outfit,
Jim.
World K.
Jim,
E.
Jim,
Emergency Texas Gas Service.
Jim, you are off base because we're on item 14.
Okay, item 14.
Yeah, we're on 14.
B.
Yeah, 14B.
Ministerial.
Yeah, that's it. So they just came in to make a presentation.
Consume name, and you know, normally if it's just consuming operation, you need to say who the real owners are. And then you need to say
Jim,
Ministerial.
Jim, we're gonna talk about this in closed session, okay?
Okay?
All right, there we go. So. Okay,
I have a question for the.
is there anything else we need to move forward?
Is that the
If not, we'll go back to where we were.
So the, you know, just
Is that bigger triangle there?
for clarification, so
Yes.
this is the first presentation, Pacheco,
Right.
that would have the apartments and whatnot.
Right.
And these folks that just left are the owners of this church right here. this
That great
property.
big
They're
triangle,
both,
a bigger triangle.
they're both on the same, off the left bank and the right bank at the same location on the lateral.
Okay.
And we've reviewed, Pete went out there personally and reviewed the turnouts. They could still irrigate without a problem if the sale went through.
You know, the sale,
Yeah.
there's a turnout right here, as Tree mentioned, the turnout's right here. It's 2.62 that's been utilized to irrigate this entire farm since the inception. So that's, all that were made intact.
We're not that, well, that's our charge. I mean, we can't take that away. If somebody
Right.
wants water, we have to deliver
Yeah,
it.
right, we have a check here.
That
and
takes care of that.
two
If that's
turnouts.
the case, then we're not affecting anybody
Yeah.
at all, so. Okay, well, we'll talk about it in closed session. We'll review the bids in closed session, I guess, is what we're gonna do, and then discuss what we wanna do about it. Okay. Item number 4, Lisa? None.
None.
Okay, none. Excuse me, I didn't read far enough. Okay. Mary, were you able to talk?
Yes,
She had her braces tied yesterday. I don't know if you can move
I
her.
just can't eat very well.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you're on it.
For this month, we did have a treasury bill maturing, which was deposited at the end of June 30th. We received about $40,000 in interest with that investment. We went ahead and reinvested with a certificate of deposit with Westar. They offered a 0.50% rate. Our treasury bill rate was at 0.16. So it's still very low.
That's very good. For what term?
This is for 6 months.
6 months. I was gonna, my idea, I don't know what the rest of it, but I'd kind of keep it short for a while and see what's gonna happen. It can't go a whole lot lower, I don't think. Of course, I'm talking out of turn, but, well, okay. But at the end of the month, that's the way it was on our investments, right?
And our investments and as well as our balance in the general fund. But the following month, which is the beginning of July, we did reinvest 5.5.
You wanna go ahead and approve this report right now, or take action on this report?
Sure.
You have to, the quarterly investment report, and get that out of the way since we're there looking at it. Do I hear, anybody have any questions of the quarterly investment report? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve it.
So,
Larry makes a motion, Art second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, we got that out of the way. We're starting at the back going forward. We did that earlier in 14, and now we're doing D instead of A. Okay, go ahead.
Next is our balance sheet report. Do you have any questions?
I know. Anybody else? You okay, Art?
Yep.
I mean, are you feeling okay? You could have one or two questions about it. Okay. All right,
Next,
good.
we have our net revenue. We're coming close to the end of our fiscal year. So management will be working on the next couple of weeks for the new budget. Fiscal year, we'll probably be presenting that in the next month or two.
Okay, here we go again, on that net revenue. Mary, I think you just need to flip some buttons on the spreadsheet or on the computer. If you look down at your expense column, the very first in dark, total direct expense, year-to-date 2.2, budget 2.7, we're under budget 574. See that? Okay, that's correct. Second line down, total equipment and shop. Same thing, we spent 369, 530, so we have a credit. From there down, everything's backwards.
Okay, I'm sorry, I did
Yes.
correct that.
Yeah.
I just probably didn't follow through with the formula
Okay.
on the
So from
remaining.
there down, it looks, it's backwards to me the way I read it.
I know that was the question on the last
Okay.
month's board meeting, so I went ahead and corrected.
Okay, well, just so you catch that, because it makes it hard to read. See, it looks like we're over budget, we're actually under budget. Okay, all right.
And just so you all know, we still haven't received our mowers that were budgeted for this last year. It's almost, we're going on a year on this. But anyway, we talked to John Deere yesterday, and they're going to deliver 2 of the mowers on Monday. And then we still have 4 more that they're working on. So it's been because of the COVID and their factory backing up and so on. Diamond, which is the
Yeah,
provider.
everything's back order. It's crazy. Is down here, is it one here in Page or?
Yes, the one here in Page.
Seven Rivers or something. Okay. This one. All right. $5 million check here. I only had one question there. How does the surveyor, how did the survey cost $60-something thousand, $63,000?
We went for the Franklin.
It was a total of 85.
Oh, it was more than
85,000.
Well, that makes it easy, that doesn't make it better, Jay. That makes it work.
It was about 2 miles.
Right, and we've got a lot of utilities and encroachments and stuff that they've been working on. But keep in mind that we did have some contribution. We had 20, yeah.
I think it was, no, that was 100%. The survey from the grant that we received.
The grant paid for the survey,
So
that's
that's
fine, but
a-
I just can't imagine
Yeah.
a survey
It
costing
was
that
from
much.
US 54, right by the zoo, along the Franklin, all the way to Clark Street, where Texac used to be. So we through Paisano, and it was quite
Did
a
they
distance.
identify every point for every foot?
They did cross sections every 50 feet, but yeah, they identified the utilities as well, so all the surface utilities, and they gave us a detailed report of everything that they encountered with the,
Well, I'm sure they needed to do it, and I mean, it's paid for, but my gosh, I thought, wow, that's a lot of survey.
And I'm sure it's quite a bit, and that's pretty
There's
extensive.
a lot of
and I
detail.
can see the numbers on, but when before they started, did you receive a order of magnitude number or some cost number? So at least we knew going into it that it's gonna be that much.
we received 3 bids. We
I-
received,
Well, that's.
Yeah, and I estimated, I did an estimate on the grant, it was, an estimate was 100,000.
Okay, so there you have it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's, it's in budget.
this was the lowest, yeah, we received 3 bids just to make sure we're
Oh, okay.
around the general area.
Yeah,
And we can't receive bids on this, we received proposals, and then we went
Right.
out, it's professional services, so it can't be bid. We received proposals, then we went out and started with requesting prices, and we ended up going through 3 surveyors before we came to a reasonable price.
Well, great job, you got to be under budget. You beat the $100,000 number.
It's not over yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, the only question I have, is it gonna fit under the 100,000, or did you mess up?
You know, it's called a rough order of magnitude, so give or take 20,000.
all right.
Now, that answers the question, it's gonna go over, I can tell.
But I understood we're being reimbursed, right?
Yeah, we're being reimbursed, which is great.
Anyway, I just had never seen a survey cost that much, so I'm more educated now.
It was very detailed on what they picked up, so.
And we found some encroachments, like, for instance, the new stadium lights at Jefferson High School are encroaching on our property, and
We own it.
so we'll,
We own the lines.
I've talked to the superintendent briefly about it, so once we get a complete report, then we'll be able to sit down with him and work something out on.
Perfect, that's great.
I bet it's right on the inside, right? Just probably like this or something.
No, we actually have 10 feet
Yeah.
from the fence.
Oh, my goodness.
Who did their survey? They paid 100,000 for their survey.
We have 10 feet. In 1939, the city deeded an additional 10 feet to the district.
And they didn't pick it up, the survey.
Now,
Oh, my God. All right.
Okay, I got some questions that George called me yesterday, and said, will you ask these? I said, okay.
Right.
At the very top, line 1, he just wanted to know how many of those daggum gates were there?
There was 2.
Whoa.
Those were for Wasteway 2.
Okay. Yeah, those are great big ones.
Yeah, those-
Radio deal.
Remember, we had that special meeting because the first contractor
Special board meeting.
failed.
Okay, next one was line 13.
Okay.
He was wondering if that was a reimbursement. That's the Coral Pond. I said, I believe so, but we're just, is the
That's,
city sharing that with us, or
no, that's
that us?
us,
That is us,
yes.
but before we just, okay, that's us. Then one of his bigger concerns, which I don't know where he got all the numbers, he said, why so much clean diesel versus tinted diesel? He says, what are we running that needs the clean diesel?
Clear.
The clear, excuse me.
The clear diesel is all our trucks that traffic on the highways, on the,
Are they diesels?
Yeah,
a lot of
all
them.
your semis and all that.
Oh, the semis are, yeah.
Semis and some of our dump trucks and some of our pickup trucks, as a matter
You
of
can't,
fact.
you can't use it.
It's actually all,
You can't use
No, I know that, but do we have, I didn't know we had that many diesel pickups, or?
It's also backhoes, mowers, it's all equipment that hits state highways.
Yes.
If we hit the road, we gotta use clear
The
diesel.
mowers
Yes, sir.
on those
The
tractors?
mowers they make you?
Okay, well, that's the one that's throwing me.
That's a
I need
tractor,
to
ain't
put
it?
Chewy's Farm on the side of it, and you won't have to do it.
Yeah, I went to Tech Stop to try to see if we could use the red diesel, and, what they told me is that if the tractor, if it hits the state highway, we gotta use clear diesel.
Even your mowers.
Even the mowers, mowers,
But
backhoes.
ain't it a deal like 80% if they're on the dirt road? Because you're using the mowers on the dirt road, not on the paved road. There's a deal there where you could use.
Yeah,
red
because
diesel.
for some reason, I don't know how it is that they don't wanna consider us ag.
Huh?
So they put Chewy's Farm on the
Because we
side.
did go to them and say that we were ag, and they said, no, you're not.
You're ag related.
Right. But we don't fall under the same rules and regs that any farmer will fall under.
So basically, anything that hits asphalt, they're going, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's everything.
That's everything.
If you're not in the farming business.
On the tractors, they don't do that.
Yeah, for the exception of the excavators, anything that doesn't hit the highway, then that's where we use our red diesel. The wells.
Okay, well, that explains why we're so predominantly the clear diesel versus the dyed.
Wow.
See, because I was thinking it'd be the opposite. Like a farmer, most of it's going, property. Okay.
Does the county pay taxes on their diesel?
The county will.
We have the same political
I don't know, we'll have
construction.
to look.
One of the city or the county pays on it.
Well, what I'm saying is, we are a political subdivision, so just like that, we have the same situation that Mr. Spear can explain to you, as the county.
I knew what a rate, I thought it was.
I mean, that really, and truthfully, we should be having.
Because that's, I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Yeah.
Check in.
And in a year, you're talking about a lot of money.
That's a
We're a
lot.
political subdivision.
Which, and you're not, I'd say 80% of the time,
You're
mowers
not-
are on.
So we're, if the county doesn't pay, we
We
should
shouldn't
have,
have
we
to.
should, we have the same legal status in
Now save enough
the
money.
statute.
And they're
Save
actually
us a lot of money.
on the road
Yeah.
more.
I always wondered why the mowers were putting gas at the, you know, at the.
Because they run faster on that stuff.
John, going back to Willie's, you mentioned under number one, Willie's Mobile Road for the gates. Okay, so we used somebody else, from the original contractor, was that a bonded surety, project where we could go out to bond so they could reimburse us for the?
We got reimbursed, I made sure.
Oh, okay, good. So all that expense is covered through the insurance?
Yeah, and this expense is actually covered, some of it, the majority of it will be covered by the IBWC agreement that we had on this MOU for the wastewater.
Expensive, wow.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive gates.
Yes.
That's reimbursable.
It did a real good job. I think Pete's got a presentation, right, Pete, with a drone on?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet?
No, we're finishing it up. We just finished the changing fence.
Uh-huh.
So I do have a couple of pictures of it, but once we're completed, I will get a presentation with the drone over the top.
Are we still using aerial photographs besides the drone we're talking about, just like flyby over like the way it used to be done before with a plane or whatever?
We haven't flown in a while. That
Yeah.
was
Is that
surveying.
really even necessary?
Because nobody, I don't think we would want to pay for a flyover.
Yeah.
The last flyover was done by IBWC, if I'm right out, and that was like 5 years ago, I guess.
No, they just blew it, they haven't finished processing the data, so we'll get some, both LiDAR and images here in a few months, so.
Okay, so it's not costing us anything, we just piggyback off of them on that cost?
We pick them up from
Yeah,
Central.
they're,
Okay.
we get ours every 2 years from Central Appraisal, they're high resolution, but this is a special boundary project, for the border fence. So when they release it, we'll get those, but that'll only be of the border, it won't be of anything else.
Okay.
Okay, I got another question. George wants to know on 36, 37, 38, 39. Blue Life Environmental, he thought those were very high expenses. Could you explain them?
Those are, we were having the offices disinfected, remember we covered that last meeting?
time I thought.
Right, we did this office, the Indar Singh yard in Canutillo, the Rios yard, the Fabens yard, anywhere our employees are working.
And is that a monthly charge or
That was a
weekly charge? or-
a weekly charge,
Okay.
but we're not using them anymore. We finally, we were having trouble getting the disinfectant, so we finally got enough of it. We're doing our own now. So we utilize this company until the
Okay.
beginning when things were going south real quick.
All right.
If I understand this correctly, I don't think anybody really knew how to do a mass.
Yeah, it was
It was kind of like a work in progress, nobody really knew, so.
learn from the,
Right.
as you went along.
You're crazy. Okay, because I can tell George, he was thinking about opening his disinfecting cleaning service. I guess I can tell him now, he doesn't have to. And then one other question, we're back on line 16. Just want to know what the heck's a jetpack usage? On line 6, Verizon, that's the big Verizon.
The jetpacks,
What are those?
they're the little jetpacks that we utilize for the telemetry sites that
For Wi-Fi.
don't have power.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
We need
The Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, we're
Oh.
running Wi-Fi. And then,
And they charge you, it's kind of like,
yeah, it's kind of like having a
Like a
cell
cell phone.
I'll be darned, okay.
Verizon furnishes the Wi-Fi, like you do for your
I see,
telephone.
all right.
Are we using Verizon actually instead of T-Mobile or what?
Yeah, we're having a lot of problems with T-Mobile. I guess they overbooked people and,
They went together with Sprint and it just messed
Yeah.
up everything.
And now you're back to
they
red.
flooded their antennas.
Terrible now.
So Verizon did this new agreement with Mexico, where they're using some of Mexico's towers and then they're modified their towers here locally. So we switched back because once the men would hit the canals in the riverside area, they had no communication at all.
Yeah, where I live now, our telephone service on Verizon is horrible. I mean, it drops calls and you muffles calls and on the county's right up by Coronado.
Typos and stuff in it, but I figured you fixed all those. Yeah.
All right, we're back on.
How about, number 44? Another accident or?
That was, yes, that was our sixth, the Upper Valley ditch rider truck hit a turnout as he was backing up.
Any other questions of the $500 check deal? The old George wasn't here, and you had a lot of good questions.
Now I gotta call back, give an answer.
Yeah, good luck. The credit card report's attached to it too. Any questions of that? Legal consultant, let's don't even look at that. That was theirs.
I thought for sure you all were gonna make a comment on the credit card,
Yeah.
first one.
Completely zeros up there under, that's so great.
No, really, I'm concerned because there's no professional development.
Non-existent.
There is a couple.
I'm talking about yours.
Oh, mine? Yeah.
Okay. We've already approved the quarterly report. Any other questions of Mary? If not, she escaped as usual. All right, moving right along. Rose,
Yes, sir.
you're on.
It's not.
Glad to have you back.
Oh, thank you so much. Feeling much better.
That's good.
2 months.
I do have 2 adjustments for the month of May. Can you all hear me?
Barely. Take it off so we can hear
There we
you
go.
better.
I barely hear
We
you
can hear
anyway.
you very well whenever you don't have it on.
Okay. So I have 2 adjustments for the month of May and 1 adjustment for the month of June. If you don't mind, we can cover the adjustments together.
Yeah, let's do them, of course. That's what I was gonna suggest.
Okay, for the month of May, the first adjustment is under Escobedo. This property was acquired by the city of El Paso. There was no date available when it was acquired. Being the city is tax exempt, the acreage was acquired for additional right-of-way. And we need to remove the 2019 tax assessment and county service charge and penalty measures. That's a total of $12.56. The next one we have under El Paso Education Initiative, Inc. The property was sold to the tax exempt entity, so we need to prorate the taxes. It is taxable for 203 days, which the previous owner has already paid, and it is exempt for 162 days. That's a total of $72.38, for a total of $84.94 for the month of May. And we'll go to the month of June. Did you have any questions on those? Okay. For the month of June, I just have 1. Again, the city of El Paso acquired a portion of a parcel for additional right-of-way. The reason that it's only the 2019 tax assessment is that the water rights have been leased to El Paso Public Service Board through a lease. That lease expired. So our mistake, we miscoded, instead of a exempt property, we coded it as a small tract, so there was an assessment. So that's been caught. So we're looking at the 2018 and 19 tax assessment, accounting service charge, and county interest, for a total of $33.76.
Any question?
That makes sense to me, Rose, other than, those charges, the county service charge is $12 a year?
It's per owner.
Or per owner?
Yes, so because there's 2 years.
Okay, and the same thing on the tax assessment, it says 8, was that only $4 a year?
Yes,
Okay,
it's a small parcel.
okay.
Okay, I hear a motion move to approve the adjustments that rose for the month of May and June.
So move to approve.
And Gil makes a motion,
Second.
Larry seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carried. If you want to just do June's month of reports,
Yes, that's what I'm
because
saying.
that's a cumulative of May
Yes.
too, so, okay.
So we got the El Paso Public Service Board's Lower Valley Water District and tax suits update. And you'll take a look at Lower Valley Water District, we received 306 leases.
Wow. What's that? What got into that? That was good, yeah.
They've been working on leases, yeah. And we have
You
a
have
report coming
160
in.
more next month, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Right, we're supposed to have those by Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
Rose checked on them yesterday.
Yes, I checked on the, with Lower Valley Water District in Satilano.